You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
It's coming closer, folks. March is here. Very soon, we shall be getting into NCAA college tourney for basketball, both men's and women's. NHL hockey playoffs are going to be here before you know it. They officially start on April 22nd, and the NBA playoffs will not be far behind, folks. But we got to get there, and there's a whole lot of basketball left to play. Today, we're checking in on two basketball teams here in the NBA. The Indiana Pacers and the New Orleans Pelicans, both about the same place in their respective conferences, but at least Indiana has gone down on a little bit of a backslide from where they were earlier when we saw them in the season. They were fourth place and had upset the Celtics last time we tuned in. Today, our priority is the New Orleans Pelicans, a team that, yeah, they got Zion Williamson, but they've just been struggling to put together any sort of regular success, especially since Anthony Davis left for greener pastures. Absolutely no collusion on that, whatever. Hello, welcome to another Stupid Sports Show. My name is Jim B. I am the least knowledgeable sports YouTuber here on this platform, but, you know, a lot of enthusiasm and curiosity, because I think it's best if I check out as many teams as I possibly can, even for sports where I don't have a team. No, I don't root for anybody in American professional basketball. Mostly because I grew up in the DC area and the Bullets/Wizards were never competent enough for me to gather an interest in the sport. And it just never really was as exciting for me as college basketball could be. But I'm at this point in my life giving the NBA another chance. There isn't a truly dominant team right now. I mean, hell, even the Cleveland Cavaliers have climbed up out of obscurity and are currently second in the Eastern Conference. They're ahead of the Milwaukee freaking Bucks, who haven't lost any of their major players from their championship season. Meanwhile, MKI is holding on to some Smoothie King in honor of the Pelicans. Totally cool. Whereas I am holding on to a can of Screwed City Lager, in as much as they are our first quarter sponsor for tonight. We still got a little bit of time left before this game actually starts. So I guess that'll give me enough time to get through one ad read. Screw City Lager from the Prairie Street Brewing Company. Remember, you never forget your first trip to Screw City, and if you did, well, you probably weren't there to begin with. Yeah, things are looking pretty dire right now for the Wizards and the Pistons. I mean, at least the Spurs can say that they were able to, knock off a highly ranked team the other night. William, I'm still not sure what the hell happened there, and I'm willing to chalk it up to every team has got to lose at least once in a while if you are. Otherwise, I got nothing for why they fell to the Spurs. And yeah, the Pistons. Pistons are probably going to lose to the Cavaliers, but you never fucking know. You never know. We did hear from Logan, one of our local Packers fans, that the Packers will likely not re-sign A.J. Dillon. So I guess that's something to look forward to in the coming weeks, months, especially with the NFL draft coming up. There, I think, are going to be a lot of players and people that, well, we could have some interesting rosters next season. That's all I'm saying. I mean, AJ Dillon could be gone. Alexander Madison has been released from the Vikings in order to free up some cap space. And, wow. I'm honestly just waiting to see how many people we let go of. Next year, the Packers have $97 million in cap space. Damn, I think that's about twice the current space that the Detroit Lions have right now. I think we're somewhere in the $40-45 million area, according to Over the Cap, you say. All right, well, even if it's off by a little bit, at least you can say you got some money to play with, some room to work with. Spurs were on fire from 3. They hit 19 compared to the Thunder's 9. Oh, ooh, that'll do it. Oh boy, Gatorade is now selling unflavored water, folks. Oh, we have reached that point in our civilization. Right now, I'm watching this, in case you're wondering, on the Bally Midwest, which is Indiana-centric. So they've been doing a lot of highlighting of all the Pacers players, showing things from... Actually, the Pacers and the Pelicans played on Monday. Pacers won that one. So they've been showing a lot of highlights from that, trying to, play up how this team is doing and not really giving a lot of focus to the Pelicans. But most of my focus myself is going to be on New Orleans. All right. There we go. They're still running people down, now focusing on Aaron Nesmith and his wonderful three-point shooting percentage. Apparently, he's number 3 in the country. So, that's good to know. But meanwhile, Quinn Buckner is on the mic there. I'll take your word for it. I haven't reached the point in following sports where I can either know the announcers on site or know which ones, are most likely to be hovering around which teams. But all I know is we got one more friggin' commercial break before we finally get to the tip-off. They've been running through all the pre-taped segments that they can. And oh boy, we've got a new betting app to worry about, Bet365. And of course, they are putting in all the gambling addiction hotlines at the bottom in the small type. Around here, the gambling addiction hotlines, the advertisements for them, are made as closely as possible to match the advertisements for the gambling apps and websites. It's the only way that they can know to trick people in for, is there possibly a new deal that I can take care of? And then they're just saying, you have a problem. No, I don't. I just need another deal to get back on top. So I'd say it's working well. Oh, man. But for all the preparing that I thought I had done for this show, I really have run out of things sooner rather than later. Whew. I'm just amazed that they have this much time that they need to kill, but I'm also afraid that if I start actually adjusting 10 minutes for all of these different sports that they'll change their mind one night and just start doing things at the top of the hour. Because if anything that I can think to be the most annoying and grating parts of any broadcast is the part of the broadcast where it's obvious that they didn't prepare enough, so they're having to fill for time. And aside from spending the day fixing my toilet, going over the schedule, and, making sure that the cats don't kill each other, I got really not a lot else. They're going over the opening lineups right now, featuring a number of the names that they mentioned in the Pacers pregame show, except for Andrew Nembhard. They never really went over him, so I don't know what his intangibles are, but yeah. There's Ingram, Williamson, Valanciunas, Jones, and McCollum, who are going to be starting lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. And there he is, Zion Williamson on the court. Tip-off happens, and the Pacers will actually win the tip-off and start things off here in the Smoothie King Arena in New Orleans. We're going to have ourselves a whole bunch of passing back and forth, screens used and wasted. Passing back from the far side to the near, one pass goes through another player's arms, but ends up at the baseline for three. And that is Pascal Siakam, who starts things off, getting the Pacers on the board 3-0. All right. And it's inside to Jones and Williamson, laying a heavy dunk to get things started. And as Siakam, he'll respond with a quick drive of his own inside. And so far, all the points for the Pacers have been Siakam. Oh. And meanwhile, shoot, we already have a foul this early in the game, and it is on the Pelicans. Some kind of offensive foul caused possession change. Is that Siakam? He tries again from mid-range, goes off the back of the iron. Williamson with the rebound. McCollum sitting open behind the arc. Williamson will throw it back out to Valanciunas, who will drain it from three to tie it up. Woo. Halliburton will respond with his own three off the iron. Valanciunas, he gets the rebound. And Ingram will get the ball batted out of his hand, get his own rebound, lose the pass. Valanciunas will follow up and lay it in from inside the paint. Ooh. And the Pelicans take the lead for the first time in this game. Siakam gets a quick basket. He has provided all the points for the Pacers so far in this game, 7-7. All right, this is Ingram. He'll take advantage of a pick to work around to mid-range and do a quick jumper to take the lead. All right, they're looking for something at the baseline. We'll pull it back from mid-range. As Nembhard will miss, rebound drives up the court. McCollum looking for room. And now here's a whole bunch of missed passes and opportunities. Finally saved and even out with a drained three from C.J. McCollum. All right, now we have a kick back to Siakam. He'll throw it out again. And who is that? That's Miles Turner, who did the secondary drive in and wow, 12-9. This has been a nice fast-paced game so far. Almost thought that they had a traveling, but I guess they counted that one. Dribble. Meanwhile, another three drained by C.J. McCollum. Turner nearly saves that one out of bounds, but he can't get into his teammate's hand. Big Euro step and ugly hurl off the backboard. As another two for the Pelicans, that one courtesy of Jones. And we're going to have an early timeout here, I think, by Indiana, as they're currently trailing 17-9, 8:21 to go in the first. Former Raptor Pascal Siakam. All right, I want to see how far back Mr. Siakam goes in this nonsense. All right. All right. Okay, so he left the Raptors recently, so he was probably part of that championship season that they had up there. Damn. Well, that's a shame. They must have been desperate to shed cap or salary or something to lose somebody who is apparently doing rather well for the Pacers right now. When you're playing the Pacers, expect the scoring to go ballistic, as in they'll score a lot and allow the other team to, just because they'll be keeping a fast tempo up. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The World Series of Poker is now getting its own cruise, because if anything sounds like a great adventure to have during the summer, it is being trapped on a boat with a bunch of people who are trying to take money away from me by actively lying to me in a semicircle. Now, I don't know about you all, but that reminds me a little too much of applying to colleges, so I think I will pass. Okay, we're back. They're running through all the ads that they have on Bally's for the Farm Bureau insurance, and oh my God, I don't know which healthcare company this is, but let's hope it's a little bit less of a multi-level marketing scam than some of the advertisements that I've seen in sports broadcasts recently. At least we're getting some friendly chatter from the players underneath the basket. That is nice to see, as I'm knocking over everything in this room. And Neesmith gets a three at the baseline. Pacers join the Pelicans in the double-digit land. We're a little bit behind on the clock. We just reached under 8th minutes, and now is Williamson working his way toward the baseline. Valanciunas will just swish it right from the free throw line. All right. From around the arc it goes. And that is Siakam again. Shoots over the head of McCallum to get that one in. Siakam has 9 points in the game so far. Ingram loses control, nearly blows the tire, recovers himself, gets the ball up, and drains it from inside the paint. All right. Miles Turner will throw it to Halliburton, who will kick it out to, who the hell is number 23? Don't know, but here's Halliburton. He has gathered 2 defenders with him. He'll throw it back at his Turner, and he will get pretty much a wide open lane. All right. This is Ingram, who was trying to work his way in from the baseline, managed to sneak his way past the defender and lofted over top of another one. Halliburton will inbound. Now 16 to 23, 23-16, forgive me. Halliburton loses track of his doubling magic. They tried for a long three. Valanciunas gets the rebound. He'll throw it to Williamson. Set it up for Ingram, who swishes. Pelicans now only lead by 2. Pacers have come back. This will be Halliburton. They send it around. Wide open three for Nebhart. They let him take it. Valanciunas will fire it forward to Williamson. Send it off to Ingram, who's getting covered by Halliburton at the arc. Makes like he's going to pass. Wanders into the mid-range from the baseline. Swish! Ingram, 11 points so far out of the 23 the Pelicans have on the board. Great serve saved by Halliburton for a ball that was going out of bounds. Turner will throw it back to Siakam, who gets it to Halliburton. Back to Siakam. He'll try a three from a few yards behind. Rebound by the Pelicans. Jones went all the way to the baseline, finds Valanciunas for an escape valve. And damn, Valanciunas is going to draw himself a foul on Turner. Haven't had one of the fouls in a while. Wait, I thought we already had a foul. Oh, that must have been for the Pelicans. Forgive me. Nope, apparently that was a simple turnover they had earlier, not an actual foul. It's still listed as 1-0 in favor of the Pelicans. All right, we will have an inbound for the Pelicans. Under 5 minutes to go in the first. And I've been struggling to keep up with the scoring in this first quarter, especially when the Pelicans have been so active. They're willing to just let them shoot open threes and protect the inside. And Ingram will add 2 more, and we're going to have ourselves possibly another timeout. Apparently, I'm just losing track of all the scores. It's 32-16. The Pelicans are doubling up the Pacers. Wow. It's the former Lakers announcer. Gotcha. I don't know if they can get to 50. I mean, 4 minutes can be a long time, but yeah, that would be a real bad sign if the Pelicans could get to 50 points before this quarter is over. I would be real worried about the Pacers, well, everything. Not just the playoffs, just the everything. If they let the Pelicans get to friggin' 50 points before the end of this first quarter. Oh. All right. It's too bad Coburg's not here because I know that he was excited for this game. Hopefully he could be giving me a little bit more insight, but damn, so far I am kind of astonished at what the Pelicans have been able to put together. Let's take a moment check some of those other scores we got going on. See if there's anything important that we have missed. Well, Cavaliers are keeping themselves from being embarrassed by the Pistons, currently 67-51. That game is in the third. Hornets have a 4-point lead over the 76ers. Celtics leading Dallas by 6. Warriors and Raptors tied at 55. With a little bit to go before halftime there. Trailblazers have an early lead against the Grizzlies. Kings jumped out in front of the Timberwolves by 10 in the first quarter. Meanwhile, we are back at the game. Looks like we've had some substitutions here. Is Halliburton? It will send it around the arc. They'll try from the three-point line. It's off the rim and nothing doing. And that is Ingram again. Oh, dear. And a pretty blatant foul there on New Orleans. I think this will be a throw-in. It was a floor foul, but one foul each now for each team. This is McCollum, who is gone to the bench, and Jose Alvarado is now in for New Orleans. All right, from up top, he'll be passed near the baseline to Halliburton, who backs up behind the three-point line. The ball is in and out, nothing doing. Looked like a great shot, but... And Ingram... Oh my goodness. They cannot stop him. They now have a 20-point lead. And finally an offensive rebound, but trying to get through all the players. He wants a foul for getting tugged, but they're going to say he just plain threw it out of bounds. Pacers coach is dismissive of the ref's opinion, but, you know, not something you can really overturn. All right, here is Ingram again. And he will draw a quick reach-in foul, I think. Meanwhile, Neesmith will come in to give Halliburton a rest. Wow, they've already gone to the bench. Ingram is the only starter left on the floor for New Orleans, and he is just going to keep draining baskets until they stop him, apparently. Finally, we get a little shot inside from McConnell, who will get the Pacers past 18 and break a great scoring drought that's been going on for a while. Ingram will get a pass underneath to Alvarado. Great patience, and it falls from the baseline. Holy crap. And McConnell will respond with a stand-up jumper from in the paint. And this will be McConnell guarding Alvarado up at midcourt, follows him to the near side, and we will have another timeout, I think, by the Pacers. Ingram has 19 points so far. Every point, if he had not scored a single point tonight, the Pelicans would still have a 1-point lead. Wow. Meanwhile, the Capitals tie it up with a game-tying goal from Milano. Flyers, this is not looking good for you. If you can let a team like the Capitals come back on you. Meanwhile, Coyotes holding down the Senators still in the second period, 3-1. And the Pacers struggling to keep pace with the Pelicans at the moment. They are currently being doubled up. We are not even out of the first quarter. Not out of the first quarter. All right, let's check our box stats. So for Siakam leading the scoring for the Pacers with 9. Yeah. I mean, that's the second highest point total, and that's for Valanciunas. Oh, damn. And Neesmith draws a foul. I think this might be the first free throws that we've actually seen all game. And holy crap, we're up to 4 fouls so far. And they're so in need of money that they're showing Bell Tire ads between the foul shots. Yay, capitalism. All right, here's McConnell. He'll bring it slowly up court, absorb a pick against Alvarado, but his bounce pass goes nowhere. He has to rescue it, and it will be out on him. McConnell is trying to plead his case to the ref. Nothing doing, however. Meanwhile, they're waving. Oh, they're not waving somebody over. They're just telling them, hey, get the substitutions done. We want to get this game going again. A little handing off behind the arc. And a steal by McConnell. They can't really get anything done with some speed, so he'll wait for everybody to join him up court, and we will stop the clock for another foul. This one on the Pelicans this time. I think Alvarado's going to get called for a reach in. This will be... Oh, no, they're calling this a shot foul. He's going to the line. And all of a sudden, apparently, the Pelicans have caught up and... But then again, they're already listing the Pelicans as having the bonus, and the Pacers haven't even committed their fifth foul yet. So we could be having all sorts of technical difficulties and incorrect graphics here tonight on Bally Midwest. Oh, here's Zion Williamson. He's back in the game. He will drive it in. Nobody's stopping him. It's possible. We have got 1:05 to go. Can the Pelicans... Nope, we got another stoppage of play. Another foul. Alvarado has his second foul, and... Holy crap, we've already got them going to the bonus. Whoa, no, he's just spearing the dude right into the ground. I mean, I love you, Alvarado, but you could have been a little bit more subtle as you're trying to guard Miles Turner. I mean, I know he's a bit of a big dude, but really got to grab like that? I got you. I got you, Rachel. We just chilling out, watching some kind of neutral basketball. And currently the Pelicans are slapping the hell out of Indiana. I am surprised. Another handoff to Alvarado behind the arc. Pass around the world. Williamson waiting behind. Pass it to a friend who gets the ball swiftly knocked away from him. 4 seconds on the shot clock to go. And we get a floor foul. Guess did they not want to leave the open three? Because, wow. It was a bad enough foul that they let him shoot the shot by himself. Okay. So they only shot the one, and then, yeah, this is why I never pretend to understand NBA rules. Okay, we have another steal by the Pacers, driving all the way down, and draw the foul simply by running into the dude who's coming back to guard him. Okay. All right, we get a little elbow in the chest before he fully arrives. Noise from the crowd, but the Pacers drain the foul shot. Down to 30 seconds to go. 45-25 in the first. Oh, so that was just a simple technical. Okay. Gotcha. All right, so we've already had a technical assessed in this game. That bodes well for how I think the rest of the night's going to go. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to have some time to relax and just take everything in if the Pelicans keep draining free throws. And meanwhile, the Pacers dive to rescue a ball going out of bounds just as the clock expires. 48-26. Pacers over the Pelicans. Definitely not the evenly matched game that I was hoping for, considering the rankings of these teams within their respective conference. But, all right. Now I have some more names to look up on the New Orleans side during this pause for the cause, and perhaps Arizona can think about what they're doing and why they're letting, Arizona Coyotes get back into the thick of things here in this game. So let's have a little pause for the cause. Now the first quarter's over. We'll be back for quarter number 2. Pacers and Pelicans here on another Stupid Sports Show. See you soon. they're not done. They are not done, not even the least little bit. The Pelicans get things started in the second quarter with a three-pointer. And another missed shot by the Pacers inside. Oof. I thought I was doing something interesting in the game for the night. We already have, I think, another foul on the Pacers. Another shooting foul. And Turner will go to the bench after that foul. Meanwhile, the three-point play gets completed. As Murphy III, Alvarado and company going to put some backcourt pressure on McConnell. He eventually makes his way over the line, but they only have 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. McConnell will drive, have to pass it to a friend inside. Slam gets interrupted by Valanciunas. And Ingram, meanwhile, tries to drive in, loses control of the ball, will recover, reshoot, and it will not fall off the rim and sent to McConnell. He'll drive on the baseline. It'll get bounced back inside, off onto his foot, and back into the hands of one of his teammates, and that'll be led into a three-point shot. That is Murphy again. Oh, folks, we are venturing into deep hurting territory when it comes to the Pacers. Meanwhile, we have a travel on the Pacers. Mather got absolutely stuffed on his shot, could not get it away, and it's another turnover. Meanwhile, the Mullets are crumbling. They let the Senators tied. Ottawa's gotten a power play goal. Can they get it to 100 by halftime? Also, the 76ers have, taken the lead back against the Hornets. I mean, it's only by 4, but, games like these, you cannot afford to let them slip away. Yeah. Well, they're going to sell me stuff, so I'm going to take the opportunity to sell you stuff. Second quarter is here on another Super Sports Show, and it is brought to you tonight by chicken-flavored crackers, the only snack cracker that tastes enough like the real thing to make my cat want to steal them out of the box. Well, this is making things interesting for me as far as how to plan things for the upcoming months. I mean, it's always a delicate situation. We got to consider that NHL playoffs are coming up. We have the possibility of another Florida-California series. It can happen, folks. I'm warning you now. It can happen. So, it's that wonderful problem to have of so many great possible games and teams and storylines to follow, but just not enough time to do it. Meanwhile, John Carlson's gets the goal to take the lead for the Caps. Okay, cool. Check the other NBA scores, see if anything else has changed. Cavaliers extending their lead over the Pistons. They now lead by 18. 76ers add on against the Hornets, lead by 6 in the fourth. Celtics holding on by 7 at halftime. Raptors lead the Warriors by 3 at the break. Trailblazers and Grizzlies tied at 32 in the second. Kings leading the Timberwolves 6-0. And folks, let's see how much more pain we can get. All right. Alvarado participating in the pass off behind the arc. And who is that again? It's Ingram. He'll pass it to Murphy, who has a little bit of trouble handling the ball. He'll bring it back in. Challenge with the three, but it does not fall. Rebound by the Pacers. McConnell racing down the floor. He'll throw it out to the double zeros, and the Pacers will hit their own. Wow. That was Indiana's first basket of the second quarter. It took them over 2 minutes to get it done, and they let the Pelicans score 9 points before. I mean, they're making it a little difficult for now, and at least they're recovering a few more defensive rebounds, but Walker tries it from the baseline, but thankfully the Pacers are able to grab the rebound, even with defense by Ingram. That slam gets in from number 25. All right. It's coming down. And once again, Alvarado, he wanted the three-point play. He's pissed that he didn't get it. So they leave Smith wide open. He says, "Thank you. I think I will." And Murphy, meanwhile, will miss a wide open shot from the baseline. 3-point goes nowhere. Easy rebound. Nearly stolen away again. A try for a quick stand-up jumper in the paint. McConnell has to race back, however, to defend. And he will just throw the player down. Thankfully, it's not an automatic basket, but former CFL QB Nathan Rourke. Is this to actually play as a QB, or is it for some other position in the Patriots organization? Oh, I see how it goes because because nothing is going right for the Pacers right now. They're going to show commercials whenever the opponent's team is doing something good. And where the pregame announcers said the Pacers need to get their points, specifically points off the bench, right now, Murphy III has 15 points off the bench for the Pelicans. So maybe not lining up the way they really wanted to. From McConnell, pass in the baseline leads to a three that rims out. Williamson receives the pass, rumbling down the court. Back up top for Murphy. From behind the line, three is in and out. Pacers racing down the other side again. Neesmith has a wide open look. Late pressure still cannot stop it. We're down to, well, they're still desperately trying to keep up. This is Alvarado, and his shot will go nowhere. Murphy goes for the rebound. Ends up knocking it out of bounds instead. Yeah, there's some good quickness on the past couple plays for the Pacers. They're not allowing the Pelicans to catch up with them. McConnell will fade away and woo. It was a 31-point lead. McConnell might be adding it back. He got rejected. Too many people to play through. And this will be McConnell bringing it back down. Nesmith has to loft it forward. This is for Jones. He's getting double coverage now. He has to throw it back out. It gets saved. Some great passing to try to open things up again. Unfortunately, damn. A great second effort by McConnell to come in on the rebound and bring the lead underneath 20, forces the Pelicans to call a timeout at 6:32 to go in the first half. Damn, folks. Whew. All right. I was a little worried about how things were going to go in the second quarter, but at least the Pacers appear to have awakened a bit, just a tiny bit. I mean, the lead that they have to overcome is now under 20 points, but wow, Capitals still holding on to their one goal edge at the end of the second, 3-2, and I know I definitely hadn't looked at the NHL scores. I kind of don't pay attention to the NHL on Friday just because there are so few games. Well, next up is going to be the Devils and the Ducks at 10 p.m. Woof. Oh, I'm definitely glad we decided to do Thursday night hockey. All right, back to our statistics for this game, the box score. What do we have so far? And who are our real stat leaders? If any place they're going to be, it's probably down in the Pelicans side. All right, Murphy so far has 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 15 points off the bench. Ingram, 19 points. Is that up? Only 3 rebounds, 2 assists. All right. So far, nobody in a real danger of getting a possible triple-double, except for maybe Valanciunas. He is currently at 9 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds, and 1 block, but still. I think he's currently the Pelicans' best shot to be the first one to reach a triple-double. Oh, and the Pacers have caught up. They now have 20 bench points along with the Pelicans, but they've been able to spread it out from what I can see in the box score pretty thoroughly through the 5 bench players that have played so far for Indiana, except for Walker. All right. Williamson will throw it away, then get it back. Working his way inside, gets a clean block. And damn. And gets a block from Miles. Holy crap. Miles Turner and a baseline jumper, and wow. 17-3 Pacers run. They are slowly closing the gap, and they throw a ball away out of bounds. Alvarado could not get the connection from Williamson. Oh, man. This is... Meanwhile, Walker misses a follow-up slam from Miles. Yeah, Miles Turner. $16 points off the deficit. He'll try to throw the baseline down. That is an off-target three-point attempt. Easy defensive rebound for the Pacers. Wow. We're about 45 seconds behind on the clock. It lists 5:10 in the third period, and we have a steal underneath by number 3. He'll throw it way ahead. And a great block! Blocked by Walker. And that's McConnell again finding an open portion of the paint here on the near side of the court. Pacers are coming back. Now only down by 13. And another shot, another miss. They knock it to the outside. Rebound gathered up by McConnell. O'Connell, he can't get this shot to fall from the foul line. And Williamson misses the ball completely, bounces off his hands, goes right into the arms of another player. And they take advantage of the lack of personnel to get an easy basket under the bucket. They forced New Orleans to call another timeout. We're down to 4:16. The Pacers have narrowed the lead by 20 points. 20 points. Damn. Wow. Well, Indiana, I was worried. I was worried. And I'm sure some of your fans were worried too. If this is what it's been like to watch you all season, yeah, there probably has to be a lot of extra cardiovascular related prescriptions going on in the Midwest thanks to this. Damn. All right. All right. Jarrett's rebound has been stepping up to get some assists, blocks, and steals. Hasn't scored, but it's done a great deal to help the Pacers currently on a 15-0 run. All right, Ingram will be guarded very close coming up the court by Siakam. He will get McCollum coming back to help him. They're starting to put more of the starters on the floor. Here's Ingram. He'll pass off to his friend who goes great through the baseline, but the shot does not land. Halliburton back out on the floor now. Siakam has the ball. He'll get it to the foul line. Dash it off to Halliburton. He can't find any room. Back up to Siakam at the top. He'll absorb a little bit of a pick from one of his friends. He'll pull up instead. That was no good off the back of the iron. Easy rebound. And then, damn, we get things paused with a foul on Smith. Third against the Pacers this quarter. Pelicans using a reverse card against the number one offense. They get a quick strike into the paint for an easy layup. First bucket that the Pelicans have scored in almost 4 minutes. Meanwhile, they try for a pass inside and cannot get it done. Ingram, a lazy pass to his friend for an open three. McCollum, him and Ingram moving up the court, it looked like they were in slow motion, and the Pacers were not doing anything to defend well. However, they will respond with a couple of lightning quick passes to lead to a slam by Siakam. Ingram off to McCollum. McCollum drives in, waits, and has the patience to know when to release. 11 points for McCollum, 16-point lead for the Pelicans. Close to 2 minutes left to go, and a swish from the baseline. Pacers not giving up. Siakam has finally reached double figures in his points. Ingram crosses the half-court line, will throw it to his friend, accept a pick from mid-range, swish. And they tried to be too cute again, passed it right within the wingspan of McCollum. He'll find his pal inside, kick it back out for anybody else at this point. Ingram tries to throw it in. It ends up being knocked away. Steal. Quick advancement, but they will draw a foul from McCollum on the floor, I think. Yeah. First foul for McCollum, I think, for the team this game. And where are we at on the time? We are at 1:20 to go. Since it's a simple floor foul, they will pitch in from the sidelines. Halliburton will take the ball handed right back to him from the inbound. To try a long three. Does not get it. Pelicans will respond with their own long three from Murphy. Nobody seemed like they wanted to go over and guard him, even though Pelicans have been doing this to you a lot this game. Indiana, you might want to start paying attention. Ingram is incredulous that he got called for a foul on that shot. Hello, Rye. Oh, the crowd is pissed, but the coach has decided to challenge the foul call on the floor. Rye, you've arrived at an interesting game. At one point, the Pelicans led by 31, and then the Pacers came back and cut the lead in half. And holy crap. The referees even have people guarding. The refs have people guarding them as they're watching the replay. I have not seen it. Is it this bad now that the referees need to be guarded while they're doing the reviews of the play? Holy crap. But yeah, it's been an absolute scoring bonanza here. A lot of fun to watch, but a little bit tough to tell really, or really gauge either team's, true status with this just being the first game that I looked in on for a while. Rye, I chose this game because I had looked in on the Pacers earlier in the season when they played the Celtics, and that time that I covered them, they beat the Celtics, upset them. And here we go. Ingram does get the foul. They lose the challenge or charge the timeout, and Siakam gets 2 free throws. But also, Rye, I was interested in checking out the Pelicans. Even if they're not, the best team, I think it's good to, to keep track of who could potentially cause a ruckus, if they decide to go on a run at the beginning of the playoffs. I'm not especially attached to either team, but, I figure there's no better time to start learning than now. Oh my God. They missed the first shot right off the line. Right off the line. Indiana, you're not going to get back into this game if you're going to leave points on the line like that. Damn, man. All right, here comes Ingram. McCollum will get knocked out of his hand on the drive. It'll be Pacers ball again, 43.5 to go. It'll get lofted out to mid-range. Be a handoff out there. Woo. Murphy again. 20 points in the half. Pelicans are doing a great job keeping up with the great quick passing for the most part. It's only when they remember to pass to, 3 or more people at once that the Pelicans lose them. Easy bucket inside. Slow transitioning of becoming an Indiana Fever fan. I figured that Clark would go pro. I'm just just so I know, is Indiana the most likely team that's going to be able to draft her? Like it's pretty much a guaranteed thing at this point, the way that it was a guarantee that Joe Burrow was going to go to Cincinnati. Holy crap. Tyrese Halliburton has yet to score. Holy crap, he has. Oh, that's not a good thing. Murphy will drain a 3 at the end. The crowd screams. The Pelicans lead by 21 again, and Murphy just dashes into the locker room, slaps a few high fives to fans as he goes. And he was leaping in the air even before the bucket hit. Oh, wow. If the Fever suck this year, they might get her. Fever have the 99 pick. They're many nines and a percent sign sure to take Caitlin. Gotcha. Well, currently the Pelicans are just stomping the Pacers. We thought they were going to get 50 by the end of the first. They didn't. There was a possibility they could get 100 by the end of the second. Thankfully, they didn't. It makes it still somewhat interesting for when we come back. But, hey, I think it's worth it for me to come back and keep watching just so I could try to commit a few more Pelicans names to players in case that becomes important when June rolls around and the NBA playoffs start. Right? I appreciate you dropping knowledge on me like that. Hopefully we can share more, and I mean that for everybody who may be listening, whether you're fully participating or just enjoying the sound of my voice in chat. We still have a lot more time and a lot more sports to discuss. At least I would hope anyway. So we're going to take a break, let the Pacers take a moment to inhale and figure out how they want to proceed in the second half. Another Stupid Sports Show is going to come back with more Monday night basketball action. Do I really want the CFL back that quickly? Apparently I do. So it goes here on another Stupid Sports Show. Sunday's game is going to be at noon, right? That's going to be Ohio State versus Iowa in women's basketball, if that's up your alley. returned for the third quarter here on another Stupid Sports Show. Right now, Jenny Bocek, the assistant coach for the Pacers, is being interviewed right now. Not sure what they're talking about because I don't really listen to sideline interviews anymore. But Pacers have got a way to go. Trailing by, what is that now? 21 points. Pelicans were on fire, dominating most of the first half, but a little great run by the Pacers in the second quarter was able to get them back into things, and now their road trip is going to have to go through some much harder times here down at the Smoothie King Arena in New Orleans. Meanwhile, the players are already back on the court. The timer has started again, and looks like the Pelicans will be starting with the ball here in the first half. Whee! Trying from underneath at the baseline, they're able to get a second attempt with another rebound, but it does not fall. Halliburton hands it off to Miles, and that one doesn't fall either. McCollum will throw it out to Valanciunas. He goes up for the rebound, but no need. McCollum's three. Wow. And a ball poked away from Halliburton is another steal for the Pelicans. Unfortunately, good defense kept them from getting the layup with their dominant hand. They had to go up and around underneath. Bad positioning allows for another giveaway by the Pacers. Ball nearly knocked from Ingram's hand. Gives it to Valanciunas to try to open up some room. Valanciunas. I'll get his name right by the end of this game, I hope. But off-target pass, another turnover for the Pelicans. Pacers try a three from way back with plenty of blockers, but then a rebound bounces right in front of their dudes, and they can't think to hustle for it. These are moments that really make me wonder. At least we have a stoppage for a foul on Ingram, but yeah. There have already been a couple opportunities for the Pacers. Oof. We will have Aaron Nesmith going to the line, only 8 points tonight. And yeah, that missing a free throw like that is not going to help. I think they brought like every 10-year-old girl they could in the area because there's so much high-pitched shrieking in the arena right now. All right, here's Williamson. We'll hold on to it at the top of the arc. Throw it off to Cullum, who had some blockers for a three-pointer, but it rims out. Here comes Halliburton. He'll absorb a minor pick. Receive it back from one of his teammates. And look for his way in. Siakam receives it at the arc. Trying to drive in against Valanciunas. Deep three does nothing. Valanciunas gets the rebound. Valanciunas. I'll get it right by the end of the game. Ingram driving in, meanwhile. All the people. And the ball skyrockets, finally dropping down for the basket and the foul. Let's see. Yeah, hit the rim twice and the backboard. Still manages to fall. 76ers were able to hold on against the Hornets. The three-point plays connected on this side. from the baseline. They cannot get anything in the paint going, but they will draw a foul on the shot. Herb Jones will get this foul. I think it might be their first of the game, at least the first this half. And if you keep missing foul shots like that, Pacers, you're not going to get this lead any smaller. It's at 26 right now. Come on. Let's get a recap here. Mullets have taken the lead back from the Senators 4-3. Capitals had their fourth goal 4-2, thanks to Anthony Mantha. Kings beat the Canucks last night 5-1. Good for them. And Cavaliers take care of business against Detroit. Win by 10. Have an off-bounce shot from distance by Ingram that thankfully goes in. Halliburton, I think, is still looking for his first points in the game. He's been doing it, trying to get it all from three-point land, and another one that doesn't fall. Easy rebound for Ingram. Halliburton, just try from inside the arc, man. All these people coming in to compete for that pass, and all it results in is a foul on number 33, Miles Turner. Fouls are now tied up at 2. I think this is going to be a throw-in foul. Yep. Oh, boy. Who are we going to give it to? Of course, Ingram. Zion Sim preparing to provide a block. Pulls up right at the foul line and will throw it off the backboard to himself for a slam. Oh, that was just disrespectful in every shape of the word. Meanwhile, a great pass from Williamson to Jones underneath gets another basket, and we have to call time yet again. Ingram getting blocked by Turner, just underhands it to the backboard and then proceeds to fly through for the slam. Watch that on the replay if you can. Wow. We still have a lot of games to get through, and the Pelicans could probably make this game much, much uglier in the next, 20 minutes of game time, and I'm sure that will stretch once the fourth quarter comes around. Let's go and check these stats once again. Wow, Ingram already up to nearly 30 points. Currently at 28 with 6 assists and 6 rebounds. Valanciunas has 1 more rebound, still hasn't broken into double on any of his important stat categories. Yeah, we're still waiting for everybody to catch up to double-double territory, but right now over on the Pacers, they only have 2 players with double-digit scoring. It's Turner and Siakam. Once again, Nembhard and Halliburton still have yet to make a basket in this game. So wow. Just wow. I expected more out of the Pacers, but hopefully I can find something within the next hour or so that can explain why they seem to have fallen off over the course of the season. Although just from this game, it definitely feels like they're getting out hustled on a lot of plays by the Penguins, especially when it comes to, loose balls and potential steals. So, well, we thought that people had obtained a natural immunity to disco fever by the 1980s, but really that was just a lot of people in Letterman's jackets, beating people to death in the parking lot if they had platform shoes on. So it was recognized, I think, later by science that disco fever was not actually a disease, but more of a genetic preference. Meantime, we have some rough and tumble action in the paint. Results of a steal by the Pacers and a physical basket on the inside. They now only trail by 30. And Nembar will get a foul before he gets a basket. This is such a game. That is all I'm willing to say about it at the moment. This is a game. McCollum on the rebound. He'll pass it to Ingram. They're still on the far side. Williamson will provide him a pick. He's still trailing two defenders with him. Valanciunas. I swear they keep pronouncing it different every time. This will be Siakam trying to drive in. Going to pass from Nesmith around to Turner, and he's going to get called for the travel. Yeah, it seemed like he took one too many pivots down there. Damn. The 10th turnover of the game for the Pacers. That is disappointing, and they cannot even get the slam to land, but hell, they get the foul, I suppose. Williamson going to the line. He only has 4 points tonight, I think. And everybody else for the Pelicans has been busy as hell, but yeah. Does manage to get it up to 5 tonight for Zion. Jalen Smith will come in as Halliburton goes back to the bench. Second shot for Williamson, and that is a 2. Pelicans could get to 100. Yeah, they're probably going to get to 100 before the end of the third. And the entire fourth quarter is just going to be the Pelicans bench. A great hand pass off right down the paint, but unfortunately, none of them can pick up the rebound. This is McCollum coming down the floor again. He'll throw it to Williamson, who'll drive inside. We'll get a reach-in foul on Nimbar. Wow. We are currently up to 5 fouls. Pelicans have entered the bonus. This is deep hurting, folks. I also feel like I'm crazy, but it seems like they've been pronouncing it just a little differently every time they've said his name. So, Jonas Valanciunas. Valanciunas. Second shot for Zion bounces off the backboard, or whoever that was. I guess it was Zion. All right. Oh, here's Halliburton again, getting a brief breather before he throws to his double-zero companion. Right back to Halliburton. Is he actually going to make a shot? No. Valanciunas ends up going off his hand, out of bounds. Jalen Smith is going out of bounds. Walking a little stiff. And we get another foul on the floor. This one on McCollum this time. Yeah, there's Jalen Smith. He's walking tenderly off the court. And another three by Halliburton falls. Nope. I mean, doesn't fall. It falls out of the basket. Valanciunas passing to Williamson. He ducks inside. Williamson fouls, throws out to McCollum. He tries from the near side of the arc, pulls back behind the foul line. Unfortunately, Pacers cannot keep the ball inbounds, so they'll simply give it away to the Pelicans yet again. And down to 5:34 to go in the third, and we are very much in deep hurting. Why are the fans in Ottawa wearing Cowboys hats? I think that's a sign that they want the rest of the province to secede and join America. Finally, Nembhard gets on the board with a three, but it feels like much too little, far too late. We have another three. Valanciunas will get the deuce for the repeated tip-in attempts in the paint. A stand-up jumper from the foul line. Does not fall. Second attempt doesn't help. McCollum with the rebound. Sorry, that's number 25. Somebody else bringing it up court for the Pelicans. Zion Williamson from the top of the arc decides to drive in all the room, and it just rides the rim before slowly falling. A 36-point lead. Pelicans are just a bucket away from getting to 100 before the fourth quarter. We have another foul coming on the Pelicans. Reach in on the floor. Here's McConnell, forgive me, coming back in for Indiana. No, why you haven't hit a single shot from three-point land, Halliburton. Why are you still pretending like you don't have a severe case of the yips tonight? Try from inside the arc. The points still count from there, I promise. And, well, Murphy did a great job earning the trip to the line by getting upended, but all right, we could get to 100. I would have thought more of them before this game, MKI, but apparently the Pacers are just going to keep things interesting. Meanwhile, the Capitals have their fifth goal. And both foul shots miss. Never would have expected that. Oh, and somebody has yelled some major swear words at the ref for that out-of-bounds call. McConnell was looking for all kinds of contact. He gave the ref just a glare when he got up and there was no whistle, just an out-of-bounds. Oh my goodness, the Pacers hit a three. Nice job. Meanwhile, they knock a pass away, end up with another takeaway. From the baseline, number 5 cannot hit the three. And Nance is going to get called for a foul on that rebound. I think this might be a 1-for-1 just because of it being a floor foul, but we will see. I think that's what they were showing before when they were holding their hands up to indicate the foul. Let's find out if that's what they mean. Jackson is going to be at the line. There is a conversation going on between all the players right now. Alvarado wants something answered. He's apparently not satisfied with his answer, but he will back up. Oh, he's definitely not satisfied with his answer. And holy shit, he just got a double technical. What? Apparently, he also just got some technicals as well. Not sure against who or for what, but let's check the play-by-play, see if they can knock this out. Yep, Alvarado definitely got himself a technical for jawing with the referee. Ah. All right, this is going to be Ingram flinging it across the court. As Murphy will hand it to Jones underneath. He's looking for empty people at the baseline. He'll throw it to Ingram up top. Nothing doing, but a quick rebound and grab by Jones. He knocks it in and gets them over 100. And this is Halliburton once again. He cannot get his three to fall. The slam follow-up does not help either. And this Murphy who will throw it to Ingram. He got tangled up on his way. And multiple attempts by the Pacers, nothing doing. Finally ends with a slam. And that is Toppin, who has to essentially hug Ingram to keep him from getting an open shot on the full court pass. We will go to the break at 2:30 to go in the third. The pain continues for Indiana. All right. Check in our NBA scores again here on Thursday night. The Celtics have finally built up a lead over the Dallas Mavericks. A big part of that happening in the fourth quarter. It's currently 127 to 103. Warriors over the Raptors 112 to 98. Pulling away in the third. Trailblazers and the Grizzlies 85 to 69. Portland leading. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves have tied things up with the Kings in the third quarter, 73 to 73. And that is all that we have got so far through the joyous expedition that is professional sports. Looks like the Coyotes are going to hang on to beat the Senators 5-3 unless something goes terribly wrong in the last 30 seconds of the third period. Capitals held on to win 5-2 over the Flyers, and we've got 15 minutes before the Ducks and the Devils get to facing off. And yeah, no pizza, but the Mullets end up winning 5-3. Hey, it wouldn't be the end of the season if a team that should be looking forward to next year does everything they can to screw up their tank. All right, Indiana. What you gonna do here? I'm still, I am still amazed at how this game has turned out, but oh well. Yeah, they snapped a losing streak. The Pelicans are getting a semblance of revenge after losing to the Pacers just a couple of nights ago. And wow, Ingram and Murphy both have double digits tonight. 28 points for Ingram, 26 for Murphy. And here is Ingram at the line, going to be shooting two, could get up to 30 with this. There we go. All right. I'm kind of looking on from behind. Second shot for Ingram. Easy. Too easy. Now they're try to race the Pelicans up the court. Failed shot. Gets stifled, but a quick giveaway will allow for a slam from inside the paint. And the Pacers have reached 70. They're catching up. All right, here's Ingram. He will be followed closely by a defender, accepts the pick, is able to find a little bit of wiggle room on the right side of the arc. The quick jumper from the foul line cannot fall for Ingram. This will get kicked out for Toppin. His three-pointer won't go from the line. He'll send it to Toppin in the same spot again. This time Toppin will drive in, tries to do a behind-the-pack pass in the center, but it's a giveaway. Pelicans back on offense. Here's Ingram. He will take a pick, and there is a player who is down, and they're just going to, yeah. Lathard is still on the ground, and they will make them pay for that with a three-pointer. Of course they will. Dude's able to get up. He's just upset that he could not get the foul for that contact. I mean, the layup is, a nice way to make up for it, but I think he'd rather have the foul and not have given them the three-pointer. All right, down to 45 seconds. Not going to keep the rest of this tracked for the remainder of the quarter. Ingram will pull up from inside the arc, gain a foul, miss the shot. Pacers are going to end up fouling out their entire starting lineup by the middle of the fourth quarter at this point. Yeah, Logan, that seems to have what happened. They had beaten the Pelicans on Wednesday night, and I guess they figured that one was enough. Yeah, well, NHL is unwilling to let go of their Southwest experiment, and they will put up with however many losses if it means they don't have to admit they were wrong. Ingram up to 31 points tonight, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. $32 points. Let's make that. It's a lot for McConnell to the far near side of the court. He dribbles his way in, steps up, jumper off the rim. Alvarado gets the rebound. Meanwhile, Ingram will drive all the way in, and he'll use that opportunity to get another foul. I see we're getting to the hack and slash portion of the game early. Not what I was really hoping for, especially for a broadcast where I'm trying to keep things interesting, but hey. And then Ingram does not make the first. Damn. And shot number 2. Oh, he manages to nail that one. Good, good. Here comes McConnell. And he will try to get something in the last second. Nothing doing. Baseline jumper off the back of the rim. Ooh. Perhaps, but you can't afford to get caught up in the past like that. It can only lead to awful things, especially losing track of what's right in front of you. Anyway, I think we should have another bit of time to pause, evaluate what we've seen. Maybe things will get interesting in the fourth quarter. Who the hell knows? But we will slog through it together here on another Stupid Sports Show. We have an inbound by the Pacers as we get the fourth quarter started. Alvarado playing some very pesky backcourt defense to try to muddle things up for them. And at this point, I'm not sure what else the Pacers can do. Sinking a 3 right off the bat is a good start. But y'all are going to need to do a lot of defense in order to catch up. And I'm not sure you're capable of it. I'm sorry, Indiana. Valanciunas has a layup fall short. Johnson tries to spin. Nobody there for the rebound. Alvarado throws it ahead. His three-pointer will not fall. Out of bounds off the Pacers. It means the Pelicans will get a second chance. Murphy there as well, trying to gather things in. $108-75. Alvarado lofts it to Valanciunas, so we'll hand it to Ingram at the top of the foul line. And another foul, and another trip to the foul line. Ingram goes again. All right. Will the Pacers make it to 100 points? Well, right now, the Pelicans seem to have fallen off in the foul shots. More specifically, Ingram. I mean, the announcers have been commenting something about his shooting form being off, and there's Halliburton looking just vacant on the bench. I mean, dude hasn't scored any points tonight, so yeah, the whole team is looking pretty worn down right now. Yeah. It, yeah, Halliburton has not scored. He's had 40 points scored on the Pacers when he's been on the court, but not a single basket to offset that. Meanwhile, we have another steal by the Pacers. However, they don't have the pace to really get things going and can't get the under the basket layup the first time. Second time does fall, but they will need many more of those, and they will need more of them in quick succession. Just an And I don't know who the foul's on this time. I really don't. Oh, they called a flop. Holy crap. And they cannot get the shot from the technical. He did get pushed, but then he exaggerated and they called it a flop. Wow. So it'll be a simple throw in off of that. It'll get lofted ahead and then immediately stolen again. And the inbound is right in front of the dude, number 22, and he doesn't have the thinking to just reach out and grab it. It is an easy recovery for the Pelicans. Valanciunas gets an easy layup as a result of that. And Pacers, yeah, please stop shooting the free throws. You're not doing it well tonight. Just I mean, they need a Lakers-style comeback, but I don't think they're going to get it. Valanciunas just dropped another one from short range. Well, apparently we're up to this now, but doesn't matter at this point because I'm not sure the Pacers are going to be able to do anything worthwhile here in the last 9 odd minutes. Mathurin does manage to get inside, find his way for an extra basket. Yeah. Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton, this game, he has only wanted to live behind the 3-point line. And Valanciunas will get called for the offensive foul that time for a moving pick. There's Tyrese on the bench again. Oh, it's not a foul. It's just a turnover? Okay. Sure. All right. Do they actually get the 3? Well, it wasn't Halliburton who shot the 3. That's for damn sure. Valanciunas will receive it back from Murphy, working his way toward the baseline. Tries to step into the paint, gets called for a travel. Oof. Get a quick pull up from the foul line. Pacers back up to 86. Can the Pelicans put this away? Valanciunas to Murphy. He'll provide a pick for him to the inside. He gets it tapped away from him. They finally got a dude down the ground. Got a jump ball out of it. This could be a legit jump ball, too. Have to wipe up all the sweat off the floor. Clean things up. It's going to be Jackson versus Murphy on this jump ball. They'll make a couple extra substitutions over on Nola's side. And now we're almost get the jump ball off, but they have to stop it again for players encroaching on the actual jump itself. And New Orleans wins it. An easy loft over the defender. Oh boy. A kick out from inside. And he drew the foul. Didn't make the shot. Crowd is pissed that they actually called it. Now we got some jawing between players afterwards. Murray trying to talk things out with the person he apparently committed the foul against. But nothing doing. Yeah, let's see how Miles Turner is doing tonight. 12 points, 3 blocks. So, could be worse, but he is one of the few, and I mean few, bright spots for the Pacers today, aside from Mathurin getting 13 points off the bench. And at this point, that's not much to celebrate. Oh, they actually gave them a foul. Ah, so nice. We know that the game is nearly over in the eyes of the announcers. They are listing off the behind-the-scenes credits. Another hard-fought drive to the inside, and number 5, Jones for the Pelicans. Gets the bucket. Looking for room on the inside. Lots of efforts, but they cannot come up with a single basket or a rebound. Big foul on the slam attempt. We are going to go to another commercial at 6:37 to go. The TV announcement people have given up on actually calling the game and are just going through the credits and talking about the future contests and, of course, advertising all the fantastic games that are going to be coming up for Indiana Pacers fans to attend. Hat Night is coming up, so be ready for that. All right. Go and check out our NBA scoreboard. Trailblazers have a comfortable lead over the Grizzlies in the 4th. Kings 3 points past the Timberwolves. They've still got more than halfway to go in the 4th. And Cavs beat the Pistons, Sixers beat the Hornets, Celtics over the Mavericks, and the Raptors end up managing to handle their business against the Warriors, 120 to 105. Okay. So that's where we stand with the NBA scores at the moment. What about the NHL scores? We still haven't gotten anything going from the Ducks and the Devils. But I think we can assume that will just be ridiculous on its own without us having to pay attention to it. Just wow. Well, for next week, the game that I have planned is the OKC Thunder versus the Miami Heat. I, in this season, the biggest and most satisfying surprise has been OKC and Minnesota crawling their way to the top of the Western Conference and all the usual suspects, plummeting into the play-in round. Oh, yeah, he's still with the team, but I think a big difference, especially from what I could see in this game, is that he's not the one who's having to do all the work. They've got, so many other players like Ingram and McCollum, stepping up and scoring, taking care of business, doing whatever they need to do. Like, Zion Williamson only has 8 points tonight, 7 assists, but still. And another 2 from the line for the Pelicans. And they've got even more rookies in now for the Pelicans. Nembhard, step back 3, will ride the rim and then kick out. Oh, it should be a good game. I truly hope so, William, because getting another one of these games for the NBA, it's rough. It's rough. Meanwhile, they're just going to let dudes rush the lane. Okay. That's certainly an option. All right, we have a nice drive in from the near lane. Try to cross court pass the baseline, bounced off a player, went outside. It'll still be Pelicans ball. And here comes Zeller into the game now, complete with face mask. Holy crap. On the run, off bounce, behind the arc, number 24. That's another tray for New Orleans. Try to respond with a 3 of their own. Zeller on the rebound, nothing doing for Indiana. Nice strip there on the drive, and then Pelicans steal it right back. They're going to leave an easy 3 for number 24, and you can see people in the audience going for their Pelicans. 15 threes for New Orleans to get a foul on the floor. Basket does not count, I don't think. Yeah, they're putting in all the bench people now for New Orleans. Floor foul off the inbound. A pass back for a 3, and the Pacers decide to finally join us in the game. How nice for them. We have another steal rather quickly. They try again, is an empty 3. Everybody's showing Halliburton, hey, try it like this, and that's just cruel at this point. And we're going to change possession again, I think, with an action. Nope, no foul that time, just a simple turnover, but they wouldn't indicate for exactly what. All right. Pacers trying to find room at the top of the arc. New Orleans not giving them any room, and they will call an offensive foul on the Pacers. Fantastic. All right, shot goes way wide off, and they lose it to a double dribble. Jackson. But they managed to possess it and keep it for the timeout. All right. Well. Yeah. That is a good recommendation, True North. If you're bored, go as a song request in the community tab. We have still got plenty of room for music for Monday night's show. And I am excited for how this one's going to turn out. I've been on music. It's an absolute dig for music in the past week. I'm looking forward to the next month worth of playlists because I found all kinds of bands that I've forgotten about. If you want to add something to the playlist, just go over there. Is a thread this week, I believe, with a... That is a good question. What is the GIF for this week's request thread? I don't exactly remember off the top of my head. What do we got? Oh, nope. It's an angry man in a powdered wig saying we're apparently out of line. Good times. Oh, I think the Saints are wishing for many a thing at this point. MKI, maybe a better management group that wouldn't keep them stuck with a mediocre coach. A desire to trade for somebody better besides Derek Carr. And maybe the question, why didn't we get Devontae Adams while we had the chance? But it's okay. We can still secure our spots for Pacers season tickets next year. All right. They get the positive news saying, one, that they're going to play the Spurs on Sunday, and former player Scott Pollard got to ring bell after undergoing a heart transplant, and it was successful at the University Medical Center. All right, from the inbounds by the Pelicans, Alvarado throwing it off to teammate at the top of the arc. They're just willing to run around, waste a bit of time up here. A stifled shot at the foul line by number 57. He'll provide some defensive cover. Meanwhile, the Pacers get opportunity after opportunity. 3 shots now they haven't been able to stick. It's the 4th one finally that falls. I mean, I feel like I could keep commenting on this, but I'm just going to keep ending up being disappointed in the Pacers. Meanwhile, the Ducks have gotten a goal. Who the hell knows? I'm not sure if tanking would really do anything in the NHL. And another rebound missed by the Pacers. Meanwhile, Zeller completely misses that one. It was aiming for his feet. Turnover to Indiana. Alvarado, I mean, bless his heart, he's still trying to race through and do takeaways, but yeah, even the announcers say this one has been over for quite some time. Yeah, if they're willing to say that, I'm willing to go along with it. All right, they reset the shot clock, got a rebound once again. We'll pull up slowly to make a little jumper in the paint. Another three from distance, rebounded by Walker. Back up to the top of the arc. Can Jackson find any room there? He'll find a bit of room into the paint, but cannot find a good angle for the shot. Ends up lofting it out of bounds by accident. Whew. Yeah, they were cool just letting the bench players play the rest of this out. Alvarado just struggling to get a call to go his way. He's been not happy about anything the refs have done tonight. Can the Pacers make it over 100? Fade away from the baseline, does not fall. They do get the rebound underneath, and finally a tip in puts them up to 99. All right. Jackson may have saved this game for the Pacers. Avoid complete humiliation. Down the baseline, number 50 drives toward the basket, will absorb the foul from 44, go to the line. Down to 108, folks. We have nearly made it. I'm saving the bingo for this Sunday's game, the NCAA women's basketball, Ohio State versus Iowa. I figured we could have a lot of fun with some college women's basketball, but it did mean that this game dragged a bit tonight, so hell, maybe the next one I pick will be a good one. Reminder, that's going to be Thunder Heat next Friday. Shot number 2. They both fall. All right, Indiana, get over 100. Just do that. And they do. Up and under, driving in. All right. Well, Pacers are doing almost everything to upset me with all the expectations I had for them. Zeller gets his first points coming into the game. And I think he's going to get his first foul, too, for essentially landing on a player while dude was attempting the shot. And they're now finally up to 4 apiece. The screaming comes back, and the first shot is off the front of the rim. Oh, man. Oh. And someone on the mic just simply says, "That's all." Woof. All right, from the top, Zeller looking for a friend. Three-pointer to his buddy. Goes nowhere, but Zeller will grab the rebound. Allow them to hold on to the ball for at least another 10 seconds. He'll receive it from a double coverage, eventually down to the baseline. They will tap it out again and will hold the ball for the rest of the game, grabbing that last rebound. Hand claps, back slaps are exchanged on the court between the players. It is over. Pacers score 100, specifically 102, but the Pelicans outdo them. They were ahead for most of the game, firmly in control. Even with the minor comeback, the Pacers could get together, dragging the lead down to 11. Domination. Pelicans take one back after getting beat by Indiana 2 nights ago, 129 to 102. We have another week to go before we do the NBA here. Horrible freedom. It's over. We're hitting up college basketball tomorrow. We're checking in on Wisconsin, who had a great start to the season, but have dropped out of the top 25. And now the Illinois men's team is up in the top 25. Hopefully we'll get some answers tomorrow, but until then, we will sleep. Thank you for being here on another Stupid Sports Show. I'm just glad I got through another game without switching off halfway through. We'll be doing college basketball all through the weekend. Still taking requests for the streaming show this Monday. Until then, tomorrow at noon, take care of yourselves. I'm Jim B here on 106.9 Click FM. Good night, everybody. And good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.